no props for this class. All right, so let's sit on the, oh, I need the mat. Sit into the wall, guys. So you're gonna sit up straight, and you're gonna bring your arms forward to sit up straight. And you're gonna go for rounding your spine forward. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I was ready. And you're gonna bring your arms forward long, and you sitting up straight. And then you round your spine, you bring your torso forward, while you, Michelle, you go back. So you guys are gonna sit up straight, you bring your arms long, you're gonna go for keeping your feet above sit bone distance apart, you round in your spine to exhale, inhale, and then exhale to sit up straight again. You do the same, while you, Michelle, you're gonna go back, and then you're gonna go forward. But the rest of you guys, you're gonna go for rounding your spine, you exhale, and then you sit up straight again. You inhale, exhale, you round in your spine, pull navel in, look into the abs, and then you sitting up straight again. Let's go one more time, and let's join what Michelle is doing. You're gonna go for sitting up straight, and let's lean back, 1, 2, 3. And then exhale, come from the lower abs and exhale to come center. You inhale to lean back. And then exhale to return again. You're gonna lean back again. You inhale, and then exhale to lengthen your spine and arms again. Now let's go for leaning back, and go back, and go back. Send your sit bones to the floor. Send your arms higher up to the ceiling. Maybe hands behind your head, elbows wide open. And then you bring your torso, and you round in your spine, and you bring your torso over your thighs, and then you're sitting up straight. Then you're gonna lengthen the arms again. You're gonna lean back again. You send your torso back, and you open chest. Maybe keep your arms long over your head, open chest, and then you're gonna go for coming back up, sit up straight, and then you may add a rounded forward exhale, and then you're coming back up again. You inhale and exhale to send your spine out. Let's inhale here, guys. Open up chest, lengthen your spine, bring your hands behind your head one more time. Stay there, guys, hold. You're gonna bring your torso a little bit higher and a little bit more, and then you let it go back down towards the arc. The head does not have to touch the arc, guys. You're gonna lift and go 1, 2, 3, and then you're coming back and return. Focus on closing the front and the bottom of the ribs. You go 1, 2, 3, and then you're coming back down again. Now from here, halfway, you're gonna keep your hands under your head, and you're gonna pick up your pelvis. You're gonna tuck tailbone under. You may lower head a little bit and try to create a spine, a straight line from the knees through the pelvis, through the spine to your head, and then you drop your pelvis back down, and then you bring your torso forward, and you round in your spine over your thighs. Take an inhale, and then exhale to sit up straight again. Now from here, we're gonna bring the arms forward. We're gonna go for rounding, 1, 2, 3, stay. Now I'm gonna slide my pelvis to the front of the seat. I'm into the wall right now. I'm gonna slide my pelvis to the seat. I'm tucking tailbone under, like I'm just fix my tank top under my glutes, and I'm gonna keep my C-curve line. Michelle, give me more of a neutral position. Maybe hands behind your head for you, Michelle. The rest of us, guys, keep that C-curve, look into the abs, and bring your right knee at tabletop. And then you're bringing it back down. Inhale, and then exhale. Pick up your left knee at tabletop, and then bringing it back down. Let's close the ribcage. Give me eyes into the abs, and coming back down again. Inhale and exhale. You give me the left knee at tabletop, and coming back down again. Pick up your right knee at tabletop, and then you reach for your calf with your 2 hands and look towards the abs. Lengthen your right leg higher up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, and then you drop your foot back down. Left knee at tabletop. Lengthen your left leg higher up to the ceiling, and bend your knee and coming back down. Now, hands behind your head for everybody. Open up chest, everyone. Inhale. Exhale. Now drop your pelvis more back into the wheel. Maybe I slide back a little bit, and then I come back and lift myself higher up in a straight line. And then I'm gonna bring my torso forward, stay sitting up straight, Michelle. And then you're gonna go for sitting up straight tall, and then release. Now send your hands towards the floor. My hands are relaxed. My spine is straight. I look over to the right. and I inhale and exhale, I look over to the left and center. I'm gonna bring my chin slightly forward and then back, forward and then back. Right, so if you place one finger in front of your chin, guys, you're gonna go forward and back. Release any tension around the neck, guys. Be careful, guys, because I know we're gonna have the head a little bit hanging in the air a little bit for now. You bring your arms forward, you're gonna go for a retraction and then protraction, and then from here we drop in the spine. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna slide my pelvis again, what we did before, guys. Tuck the elbow under, hold that position, give me eyes into your belly, and then you're gonna pick up your right knee at tabletop. Michelle, give me that straighter line. Hands behind your head, Michelle only. You keep your long spine, yes. And then you're gonna go for bringing your left heel at tabletop. The rest of us, guys, maybe hands on the hamstrings and look into the abs. And try to bring the upper body higher so I can be off my neck, more on my abs. And then you lengthen your legs and you reach. I know there's a lot on the hip flexors. You bend your knees and then hug your hamstrings, guys. Elbows out to the side. You exhale. Inhale and exhale. There you go, Jane. But relax the shoulders. You bend the elbows. And then you bring your elbows up, shoulders down. Look into your belly a little bit more. Look towards the sternum. And then you're gonna go for straight legs and then lengthen your arms. Lengthen your legs, lower legs very little. Be careful what happens on the spine so you can keep the connection of the core. The lower I go, the more of a chance I can open up the rib cage, and that's not gonna be good for my lower back. And then I'm picking up my legs higher up again. I exhale. Only one more time, guys. One more time, inhale and exhale, and then you're gonna pick up your legs high up. Now reach for your calves, look into the arms, stay, hold, round in your spine. Michelle, stay here. Inhale and exhale, you round in your spine, look into the arms, pick up your legs higher up, hold that position. Now, send your hands to the floor, bring your feet maybe one at a time, or both at the same time. I'm gonna place my hands behind my head, I open chest, I let the pelvis go back into the wheel. I'm keeping my entire lower back, mid back, and part of my shoulder blades also on the spine corrector. Not my neck really, because my head is not on it. And then I'm gonna bring myself high up, and I'm gonna sit, and I'm rounding over, and I'm sending my hands on the floor, and I'm shaking my head, small no, and I'm gonna nod my head in a small yes, and then I'm gonna sit up straight to come all the way up. Now from here, guys, you're gonna sit facing the side. I'm gonna bring my left knee, right knee, to face you guys. And I'm gonna place my right hand on the side. Right, you're gonna go for reaching high up, side bend. You're gonna go for 1, 2, 3. You hold it right there, Michelle, and then the rest of us, we're gonna keep on going down, 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 down. Inhale, try to send the air to the side of the rib cage. Inhale, guys, so I can lengthen my spine up and over that way. And then exhale, and then I bring my arm high up. I inhale, and I bring the knees down, and I'm gonna go for sliding back up, and I'm sitting up straight. And then maybe from here, guys, shoulder relax. You can also give me this, guys, so your shoulder is down, and then you're gonna add a side flexion. And then you come back and return. And then you're gonna go for switching arms, inhale. And then exhale, you're gonna go for side flexion. You're gonna drop your torso as much as you can. Inhale and exhale, open up chest. Take an inhale through the nose. And try to send the air to the side of the rib cage, not to the front. Inhale, and then exhale, and then bring your arm high up, and I'm sliding the arms through the arc, and then that will help me to come up, guys. And then you're gonna reach high up. I'm pushing that right knee down with my left hand, and I'm gonna go for counter stretch. And I'm gonna go for coming back up. You're gonna reach up and over. Stay. Michelle, you're gonna wait for us in here. Now the rest of you guys, you're going to rotate towards the arc. You face the floor. I pull navel in. I try to create space between the arc and the body and the rib cage. And then I'm gonna place my right hand, the bottom hand, under my head, and I'm opening the elbow to face the side, and I'm looking at the ceiling. I'm finding the opening of my rib cage. This is called breathe inside. I'm coming back up to bring both arms up and over. Pick up that right arm, that top arm high up, and then you're coming all the way up, and let's reach, and then sit up all the way up, Michelle too. And then you guys are gonna go for bringing your arm, Michelle only. Michelle, you're gonna go for the extension of your spine and come back. Yeah? You're gonna find personal reasons. I cannot have her doing rotation or flexion of the spine. The rest of you guys, you're gonna place your hands on the front of your forehead, and then you're rotating towards your arc, and then you're gonna rotate away from the arc. Right? So you're rotating towards your left hand side, you rotate, inhale and exhale, and then you rotate. And find the keeping the head over ribcage over pelvis, and then you come back. Notice that we can rotate a little bit more away from the arc rather than going to the arc. So now on the next one, guys, rotate to your arc and place your hands on the frame, and then you rotate it even more. You're gonna close the rib cage. I'm not dropping my spine. Most of the time I tend to see this, right? I want you guys to find the contraction of your oblique. Let's say there's a needle coming out of the spine corrector, and you're gonna flex your spine. Then you're sitting up straight, and I'm still rotated. I place my hands in front of my forehead, and I'm coming back to center. I'm rotating away from my arc, and I'm looking towards my hip bone. Then here I don't drop the hands because there's nothing to hold on to except for the floor of my leg. And I'm rotated, and I'm sitting up straight, and then I look forward again. I'm gonna go for rotation of the spine. You're gonna go for placing your hands on the arc, and you're gonna flex your spine, pull navel in, you exhale, and then you're sitting up straight, and then you're coming all the way up. There you go, guys. And then you come back to center, you come back, and then you rotate to the opposite side. You rotate, you rotate, you rotate, and then you're gonna face towards your hip. And then you're coming back, and then center, and then you guys are gonna come back to face your side. Place your hand, place your hand, the inside hand, I'm gonna call this one the inside, the outside, and then the outside leg, and then you drop your torso, stay halfway. You're gonna keep your pelvis square, my toes are facing towards the computer, and you're gonna pick up your leg very little up and down. You go 1 and 2 and 3, rather than instead of resting, pick it up, edge it. 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6, 7, 8, stay, hold that position, breathe in. Now hold it right there, Michelle, for us, wait for us, and let's bring the upper body up and down, very little. 1, exhale, up and down. 2, inhale, exhale, right, focus on the pelvis, staying square, you're lengthening your leg, and try to keep your legs parallel to the floor. I think I'm on 5, guys. Inhale and exhale. Yes, thank you, Jane. And then you're gonna lift and then lower again. Let's go up to 8 only, and you're gonna go for, and then you're gonna and you're gonna drop your foot, drop your elbow, lengthen your spine, bring your arm up and over. Be careful with this, guys. I want my shoulder blade away from me, and I'm gonna stay there. Otherwise, you can drop your torso and find the stretch, and then you're gonna hold that position. Now bend the outside knee. And I'm bringing my arm high up, and I'm coming back into that breathe inside sit up. What we did before, guys, the side sit up. So then you're gonna come back and return. Now let's switch the spine corrector to face the other side, so I can still face you. I have to switch the prop to the opposite. So I'm gonna sit on my sit bones, and I'm bringing my outside arm, inside arm down for side sit-ups. You inhale and then exhale. You're gonna go for up and reach, find the length, inhale and exhale, stay, and then maybe drop a little bit more. Take an inhale here, guys, and then exhale to close ribcage. Pretend that you're sending the abs to the wall behind you, to me, to behind the mirror. Bring your arm high up, and then you're coming all the way up, and then you reach, and then you're coming back up, and then you sit up straight. And maybe you can add a side flexion to the opposite side to kind of stretch it. Inhale and exhale, sit up. 2 more, guys, just like that. Take your time. You go up and over. Very important, guys, to breathe in and breathe out. When? I'm not paying attention so much on the when, even though I do cue a lot on the whens, but how? That's what I care the most. And then you're gonna come all the way up, and then you reach, and then inhale, and then I like the exhale on the side flexion. I inhale to switch hands, and then I exhale to go for the side flexion. Again, I take an inhale, and then exhale, and then you're gonna stay here, Michelle. Wait for us, and the rest of us, guys, are gonna take your rotation to face the floor. You go for breathe inside, then your bottom hand is gonna hold onto your head. My bottom elbow is facing you, guys, so I can rotate through the spine, and I can face the ceiling, and I'm supporting my head so my head is not hanging in the air, right guys? And then you're gonna come back and then you return. The heaviest part of the body, guys, is our head, by the way. You're gonna come back up and let's meet Michelle right here, and let's all go all the way up. And then you're gonna go for the reach and height, and then add the counter stretch. There you go, Betty. There you go, Jessica, even though I don't see you. Michelle, yes, Amanda. Now, Michelle, stay. Remember this one? You're gonna go for back and focus on close and rib cage. Think about the string coming out of your head and pulling you back, and then neutral position. The rest of us, guys, we're gonna go for rotation to the arc. You're rotating to the side, inhale, and then come back to center. You rotate through the center of your spine, rotate, and then you're coming back again. You rotate, both hands in front of your forehead, guys, keep going, and then come back to center. You rotate to the side, and then you're coming back to center. You rotate to the arc again, one more time, rotate, stay. For rotations with obliques, you're gonna place your hands on the arc, and then you're gonna flex on the spine. Remember that needle coming out this way, towards my rib cage, and I'm flexing the spine to pull navel in. Inhale and exhale, and I'm sitting up straighter, and I'm placing my two hands in front of my forehead. Now I kind of feel like I can rotate more, and then I come back to center, and I'm rotating to my opposite side, away from the arc, so I can look towards my hip, and don't drop the hands, because there's nothing to hold on to except for the leg or the floor that we said before. Sit up straight, then you come back to center, then you rotate again to your towards the arc. Place your hands, rotate even more. Help your torso to rotate more with your arms, and then pull navel and you close the rib cage, and then you're coming back up. Sit up straight again. You face in the side, and then you face forward. Last one, guys, to come back, and then you face towards your hips. Inhale and exhale, and then come back. When you inhale, guys, make sure your upper shoulders, or the upper trapezius, they're not going up to your head, or your chest is not lifting up. You want to close the rib cage still, and then you're coming back to center, and then you guys release. Now, place your inside arm behind your head, take your outside arm out, and then outside leg, and then you're coming down halfway, stay, no resting, and then you're gonna go for leg, not externally rotated. That will bring my pelvis back, so pelvis center, knee facing you, and then I go very little up and down. I don't want to go too high because I don't want to get into the hips in the wrong way. Inhale and then exhale. I want to lengthen my hip flexors, contracting the outer sides, abductors. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 6, yeah, maybe 7, yeah, good. And 8, there you go, thank you. And you're gonna hold that position. Yeah, Jane here is helping me to count. Yeah, I have a helper. Now, you're gonna, Michelle, stay there. Wait for us to go upper body up and down. You go 1. Inhale and exhale, go 2. Inhale and exhale, go 3. Remember, I'm a guy. I'm still a guy. I don't know how to do counting, to watch form and do the exercise and talking at the same time. And then inhale and exhale, you lift and low, and then hold. Thank you so much. And now you drop your foot, you drop your torso, and bring your arm up and over, reach. Eddie. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders away. I want to see that neck long, guys, right? Like you want to take a selfie of your neck. What would you do, guys? You don't want to compress it. Lengthen, yes, like a turtle. Take your head out of the shell. There you go, guys. Now bend your knee, bring your arm high up. And then you're going to come all the way up. And then you're going to reach and go up and counter stretch it. And then you return and come back and release. Now from here, guys, we're going to go for sitting on top of the arc. We're going to go for the inversion. You're going to go for placing your hands under the arc. Whatever you choose, guys, I would not recommend for hands towards this way, guys. Go more to the front, right? On the front and under the arc. And then from here, guys, you're going to go for tucking tailbone under. You're going to, oh, wait a minute, 1 second. Since I'm here, let me stay here for a second. And then I will take you guys in that transition. You're going to go for bringing your arms long. Let's place the heels against the seat. And then you're gonna lean back in 1, 2, 3. And then you're coming back and return. You're leaning back and go 1, 2, 3. And then you come back and return. You're gonna lean back. You stay the same, and I just wanna move the arm so I can see Jane too, guys. You're gonna inhale and say, you're good, Jane. You're gonna inhale and then exhale, and then you come back and return. You inhale to lean back, 1, 2, 3, and return. Now notice that my hands are now higher than the shoulders. As I'm leaning back, I'm still creating that 90-degree angle on my armpit and then ribcage. But maybe this, guys, by keeping the shoulder down, you can bring your arm side up, maybe crossing your thumbs, shoulders still down, guys, heels together, toes up, and give me that flat back. You inhale.